Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the history of TSMC. But before I start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss the updates. TSMC stands for the Taiwanese Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. Headquartered and with key processes in Taiwan's Hsinchu Science Research Park, TSMC is the world's largest independent semiconductor plant, making it a centerpiece of global fabless silicon production. The company controls 84% of the world's computer chip market and is about 10 years ahead of the competition. Computer chips made by the Taiwanese Semiconductor Production Business are not just the brains of smart devices, laptops, and video game consoles. They are also essential components of virtually every type of digital tool in the world, from information centers to F-35 fighter jets. Huawei, Sony, Apple, Qualcomm, and many others are all customers, in addition to nearly 500 others. TSMC primarily designed the semiconductor market, which manufactures small silicon wafers for computer system chips and digital tools. Many leading companies, such as Huawei and Apple, manufacture but do not actually produce their own chips. The TSM story begins with Dr. Morris Chang. You can't tell the story of TSM without telling the story of its creator, Morris Chang, known as the daddy of semiconductors. Morris Chang was born in China and completed his PhD in electrical design at MIT and Stanford. He spent 25 years at Texas Tools, where he worked to improve semiconductor development and production procedures. In 1986, he became involved with the ITRI Charitable Studies and Research Institute as a state leader and president, and then used this system to develop TSMC's first semiconductor wafer fabrication culture at ITRI University. TSMC was founded in 1987 by Morris Chang, when he was 56 years old. It began as a cooperation between the federal government of Taiwan, the technology giant Philips, and exclusive capitalists with a passion for semiconductor innovation. It was through his unique and forward-thinking suggestions and ideas that Morris Chang was able to take TSMC to such high levels. Dr. Chang has been responsible for keeping TSMC ahead of its rivals, constantly purchasing new silicon nodes and increasing its production capacity throughout its presence by focusing on the highest levels of quality. Another key aspect of TSMC's success is the huge variety of IP obstructions that are readily available for each process node, especially for future new nodes. These IP obstructions are built in three parts to help consumers minimize the development cycle and reduce time to market. In today's complex SoC world, consumers choose a manufacturer based on IP accessibility. TSMC has successfully brought in several IP providers to focus on its roadmap and establish IP cores, even if the process node is not commercially available, making TSMC the preferred choice for new styles. Since the time when the company structure was still being established, TSMC has held on to its very important core values and maintained its goal statements with dedicated consistency to steadily operate towards the realization of its company's vision. The core values are stability, dedication, advancement, and customer trust, all of which are necessary for the success of any business, large or small, in today's world. Therefore, despite its overwhelming success and popularity among the important players in the specific niche, TSMC still strives to maintain the high quality of the solution it is guaranteed to its current and potential consumers and customers, as well as to continuously innovate and work with other important players in the semiconductor market. Since its inception, TSMC has undergone a constant wave of transformations and additions, continually increasing the plant's capacity by incorporating new attributes into the many techniques it uses. For example, the company has included wafer-type screening and mask production solutions, as well as support for many modern bumping technologies. As the need for semiconductor innovation increased, TSMC eventually developed its own 8-inch wafer fabrication facility in 1993. after which it began to appear in the Taiwanese supply market. In the years that followed, TSMC continued to progress and expanded its innovation profile from 2 in 1987 to 249 in 2016. Similarly, TSMC has worked to increase its production capacity to meet the high demand for silicon wafers around the world. It was this success that enabled it to become the first Taiwanese company to be listed on the New York Stock Trade in 1997. The company continues to outperform its market rivals in terms of the customers it offers and the profits it produces. Since its inception, TSMC, which became a public company in 1994, has employed more than 14,500 people and offers more than 600 consumers more than 11,000 different items that it is credited with developing and producing. It is also credited with building the largest profile of verified procedure collections, SPIs, developments, and reference movements. Having been a key link in thousands of supply chains on both sides of the Pacific, TSMC continues to be years ahead of other chip makers. This year, TSMC began automating 5nm chips, outpacing rivals such as Shanghai's Semiconductor Production Global Company, which is still producing 14nm chips. Yet, because of the professional struggle between the attachments and China, TSMC faces the possibility of losing one of its most important customers, Huawei. The Chinese telecoms giant relies on TSMC-made chips for everything from network processors to mobile phones to 5G-based terminals, and US regulators want TSMC to scale back its connections. As TSMC has stopped taking new orders from Huawei, the company is being delegated the resource of additional chips from SMIC, which currently makes components for some of its equipment. Today, TSMC is perhaps the most important company in the world. It is crucial that our technology-based world continues to function. This is also the reason why Taiwan is currently so interesting for China and the United States. Because whoever controls Taiwan controls technological progress worldwide. TSMC is also very interesting for investors because it is foreseeable that no other company will be able to copy your technology in the near future, let alone compete. TSMC now has 84% of the world market for chips for mobile phones, cars, computers, and much more. You could certainly call it a world power, because nothing works today without TSMC. That's it for today's video, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to give us your thoughts and comments in the comments section below. You can also suggest what topics we should cover in future videos. Finally, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this one, press the bell button so that you will be notified whenever I upload an interesting video to the channel. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.